video, I'm going to talk about question set 15 in database management system subject. There are 6 questions in relation to the main question, which was in question set 11. In this question set 11, there was some requirements of the customer who is the owner of Next Mobile Store, and in this question set 11, 12, 13 and 14, we created some tables which related to which was the requirement that given by the store owner. And in question set 11, we created user table. In question set 12, we created the customer table and the supplier table. In the question set 13, we created product table and GRN table, also the stock table. In question set 14, we created invoice, and in question set 15, they have told us to mark the relationship in between the table that we created in the database called Next Mobile DB. So now we will see what is the first question. What is the database relationship between the supplier table and the GRN table? Write it down in the ER diagram. So now they are telling to mark the relationship between supplier and GRN table in the ER diagram. Now we will go to the Workbench software, and these are the table that we created in the first question, question set 11, 12 and 13 and 14, and this is the database that we created. Now I'm going to mark the relationship between these tables as said in the question set 15. Now in the first question they have told to mark the relationship between supplier and GRN. This is the supplier table and this is the GRN table. So if I mark the relationship, there is a one-to-many relationship. To see this, one supplier can give many GRN, but one GRN, there is only one supplier. So now I mark the relationship. First, supplier is the one side, then the GRN is the many side. So I click the GRN table first because it is the many side, then the supplier side. Now we can see the relationship is marked as non-identified relationship. GRN table is the many and supplier table is the one side. Now we'll see the second question. What is the database relationship between the GRN table and the product table? Write it down in the ER diagram. In the second question, they tell us to mark the relationship between GRN and product table. Here's the GRN table and here's the product table. If I mark the relationship between product table and GRN, it will be one-to-many relationship. If I speak about the relationship, one GRN can have many products, and product table, one product has only one GRN. So it will be, as I told before, it will be a one-to-many relationship. So product table is many side and GRN is one side. So this is the relationship, and we will see the next question. Third question, what is the database relationship between the product table and the stock table? Write it down in the ER diagram. So now they are telling to mark the relationship between stock and product table. This is the stock table and this is the product table. If I speak about the relationship in here, one stock unit can have many products, and one product is in one stock. So the relationship is one to many, and many side is the product table, one side is the stock table. The relationship is marked as like this. So now we will see the next question. Fourth question tells us what is the database relationship between product table and the customer table. If we see the product table and the customer table relationship, I will keep the tables like this. A product can be by many customers, and many customers can buy many products. So if we mark a relationship in here, it would be one to many relationship. If I mark like this, it will create a new table like a name, customer has product, but we have created an invoice table. So we don't want a customer has product table, we will use invoice table instead of making a new table. In here, when we marked the main-to-many relationship, it created a table. So in here, I will mark product and invoice table relationship as one-to-many relationship. Invoice table should be many, and the product table should be one. Then the invoice and customer relationship also be one to many. Customer side should be one, and the invoice side should be many. The relationship is marked like this. So this is a main-to-many relationship. We created this because of when a customer buy many products, the data is duplicated, and also product is bought by many customers, so again the data is duplicated. In here, the product also many side, customer also many side. In reason to this, we created a table called invoice. So when the product table and customer table data repeats, it will repeat in another table called invoice. So now we will see the next question. Fifth question, it says what is the database relationship between the product table and the invoice table? Write it down in the ER diagram. In here we create the relationship between product and invoice table. If we see it, is the product table and this is the invoice table, and this is the relationship. It's a relationship one-to-many relationship. And in here, what is the sixth question? What is the database relationship between the customer table and the invoice table? Write it down in the ER diagram. So if we see it in the ER diagram, this is the customer table and this is the invoice table. This is the relationship in between them. And this is how I complete the question set 15, which was related to the main question in the question set 11.